When I wake up every morning, when my feet hit the ground, I make sure I say thank you and don't focus on my past, but focus on my future.
Good morning. Yesterday, man, I was thinking about being a kid. And then this morning when I got up, I started reading. I was listening to this quote, and it talks about we we spend so much time reflecting on our past, we lose sight of what's in front of us. And as 2020 was probably one of the worst years of my life, I was mentally broke. You know, I almost lost my mom to COVID, lost some friends to COVID, family members to COVID. I watched the whole world just crash, man. So everybody was emotionally broken. From a social emotional standpoint, man, everybody lost their way. And it's hard to move forward, to start reflecting on, especially before the pandemic hit. Some people were in some great situations. I put myself in that same situation. Before the pandemic, it was good. Pandemic hit, it's like my life crashed. And I lost my focus. I lost my way at times. And then now, I have an opportunity in front of me to, again, I say it all the time, level up. There's process and there's progress we all have to make. I've said that so many times too, faculty, staff, my friends. I use it as hashtags. But now is the perfect time for everybody to level up. Look at what's in front of you. Or put a process in place. There's never too late for you to sit here and write out your plans. Write out the steps that you want to take to move forward. People who you want to connect with. People who you want to, network with. There's so many different social media platforms that you can make businesses or create businesses through. It's amazing. Like I look at social media, I see people starting their own shoe companies. I see people starting their own supplement companies. I seen a guy that was in prison for probably 10 years, started his own freight brokerage company. And they put themselves in position to be successful because, for one, they stopped worrying about their past. Two, they tapped in the creative ability that God gave them. Everybody has a vision. Everybody has dreams. But you gotta work towards it. If you don't wanna work, you won't be successful. I say that all the time. My dad always told me, a man that don't wanna work won't eat. And when you don't work, you can't take care of your wife. You can't take care of your kids. You can't take care of the people that's around you. So always put yourself in position to block out the past, move forward to what you got in front of you. Put a plan in place. Write your ideas down. Write your visions down. Write your dreams down. And work towards it. And the thing is, build relationships. As an educator, had a conversation yesterday with an administrative colleague. One of the biggest things we miss out on in the professional world is building relationships. When you have relationships with people, you can understand the way they think. You can understand the way how they maneuver and move throughout each and every day. And you can better judge your decision making from the top, or as a leader, or as a colleague, based on the relationships that you build with people. And when you have developed and built those relationships, you can challenge one another. But to pick back on what I was saying, a lot of relationships were lost because of 2020 or looking at the past. because last year was a tough year for everybody. I don't care who you are. We lost ways to communicate, were effective ways to communicate, to understand one another. And that in terms of put us in a position where we can't look ahead because we're reflecting on the past. But now it's time for us to put these plans in place to move forward as individuals, as a team. If you own your own business, if you work for a school district, if you work for a major corporation, if you're developing some type of prototype, you got to put processes in place. You got to write your plans down, your visions, your dreams, and put the work in. Because when you don't put the work in, again, you don't eat. And the word eat can represent money. It can represent opportunity. It can represent number of shares. It can represent so many different things in terms of putting yourself in position to have financial wealth, generational wealth, and opportunities to take care of your family. So you got to continue to work, but you got to continue to plan. Because planning is part of your foundation. And again, like I read from that quote, when you're trying to relive the past, you can't live in the present and you can't live in moving towards the future. Again, there's so many opportunities for all of us to grow and elevate as a professional, as a family member, as a husband, as a father, as a friend, as an investor, as a consultant, and just as a leader itself. Whether you lead a multitude of people or whether you lead a small group of people. There are so many opportunities for us all right now. We just got to take advantage of them each and every day and don't live in the past. Tuesday, be great today, but even greater tomorrow. Have a great one. Be safe, please.